in March there was a need to connect to other artists and for us to kind of facilitate a network where artists were continuing to meet with each other, talk about their work, and also, really importantly, continue to connect to the galleries in the region while we were all shut.
To have the time in lockdown to make work was really good, but then I was like, didn't have anyone to talk to about it and didn't have those networks to bounce the ideas off with. And so when the Sculpture Network came along, that was a really useful place.
We selected 22 artists from across Yorkshire. Those 22 artists then became this network where we met every other week to discuss not only their work but bring in guest speakers to talk about current topics or different ways that artists from across the world are experiencing this global pandemic and how they're continuing to nurture their own practice and what our artists can learn from them and what they can learn from our artists.
My art is generally about being trans and about trans bodies, and especially over lockdown it's been about how I navigate my body, being with it all of the time and not having the distractions that I would usually have. And so to show work that is very personal and very specific to a trans body to people who aren't trans, who are cis, to see how they react to it. And so that was a really nice place to ground that work and to get feedback and for people to be like, yes, I understand this and I see where you're going, and I think it's a good piece, and to give suggestions around that. Some of the works that I have presented at the Crits have been accepted into exhibitions, and I've also had a commissioned video based on similar kind of works that I've been making, and so it's been really useful to have that network as a background.
The ethos of the network was really around care. How can we be looking after artists in this time, but also importantly, how can we create an environment where artists are looking after each other and finding opportunities to connect in new ways?